Okay, we're on Yoma, Yoma Perak Vav Mishnah Dalet. We're in the middle of talking about the process of the Se'ira Mishtalech, the transfer of the keves, the goat, not the keves, the goat, the Se'ir, that was taken from the Beit HaMikdash. It was La'azazel, and it was going to get pushed off the cliff. So the Mishnah says, "V'kevesh asulo ibnei Bablim." Okay, they made a ramp because of the Bablim. They pulled out his hair. Meaning in order to hurry up this poor guy, this poor Kohen that was taking the animal, was taking the se'ir out to throw him off the cliff. They wanted to rush him, so they would pull out his hair and say, "Hurry up!" So in order to get around that, they made a kevesh. They made a sort of kevesh. It was very high, and it allowed him to go quickly. To go chutz la'azara, to go out of the Beit HaMikdash and out of the city. So the Bablim couldn't touch him. Why? Because the hurry up, we don't want you to keep our sins. So hurry up and get rid of this kevesh. Now the question is, there's a bunch of different things. So first of all, in the Machane Mikdash, it's very interesting because you'll see here that they had to go from Har HaBayit. It's interesting to know that I don't know why they pushed it this way, because the way it has to go from here to Har HaMishcha. Oh, that's right. It's going from backwards. It's going to the Har HaZeitim. If anybody knows, this is Ir David here, right? And this is all the way. This is Har HaZeitim on the other side of this huge valley. Okay, so the Kohen would have to go. It would save them a lot of time if they had this huge ramp. This is what Machane Mikdash said. There was a ramp that they used for the Para Aduma. And also the Se'ira Mishtalech. Gesher Zeh, Shimesh Gam Ma'avar LaKohanim. It was a passage for the Kohanim. L'Yikirei Yerushalayim HaMelavim Et Se'ir LaAzazel B'darko El Tzuk HaMidbar. It's interesting. It's a very strange Mishnah to say that they had this Gesher because of the Bablim. So I have to show you a very interesting thing. The Gemara says the following. This I saw in the Kahati. The Gemara says, Kevesh Asu Amar Rabba Bar Bar Chana. Said Rabba Bar Chana, Lo Bablim Hayu. There wasn't the Bablim. What were the Babylonians doing there? Alexandrium Hayu. The people that were hacking the poor Kohen were Alexandrium. So why did they call them Bablim if they were really from Alexandria? Because they hated Bablim. And why did they hate Bablim? Then you have to look at another Gemara. This is the Gemara on Daf Samach Vav. In order to understand why did they hate the Bablim, this is a Gemara in Yoma Daf Nun Zayin, and it appears in other places as well. You'll see this phrase a lot. So Gemara says, when you have somebody who came to Eretz Yisrael, Amrua Kamed Rabbi Yirmiyah. Amar, Rabbi Yirmiyah used to say, Bavle Tipshai, stupid Babylonians. Because they live in a dark land, they say stupid things, they say dark things. So when they didn't like, so what does it mean, Ba'ar Dechashucha? Bebavel Shimitzula. They lived in, meaning the people who lived in Eretz Yisrael, they didn't like the Babylonians. For the very simple reason the Babylonians still lived in Babylonia. We're trying to build a Jewish land, and you, stupid people, you Bablim. So that's why they called the Alexandrium in our Mishnah Bablim, because they didn't like them. Anyone they didn't like, they called the Bablim. You can deduce whatever conclusion you'd like. Anyway, so they had this ramp. Miyakira Yerushalayim Hayu Melavim Oto Ad Sukkah Rishonah. We're going to see there was a system of sukkot, huts. Each hut was set a distance away. Eser Sukkot Yerushalayim ve'ad Tzuk. So there were 10 Sukkot from Yerushalayim to the Tzuk, to the cliff. Tishim Ris. The whole distance was 90 Ris. Shiva u'machza l'chol mil. What does that mean? Shiva u'machza, 7.5 Ris to every meal. So 7.5 Ris for 12, it was 12 meal. So that's what he says, okay? Could have been a Rus or Ris. Matayim v'shishim v'shesh psiyot, 260 psiyot, cheshbon Rus. That's a Rus. And there were 90 of those. Nimtzu shivir risin amachza alpayim psiyot pachut chamisha. So 1,995 steps. Okay, and tishim ris is shnei masar meal. So it's 12 meal. And we'll look in Wikipedia for a second. Let's go to Wikipedia. So Wikipedia, it says, it's interesting. Okay, it says it was to the distance of 12 to 14 kilometers. So how far can you get to 12 to 14 kilometers? I'm just going to give you one. One suggestion is called Har Muntar, which is called Har Azazel. You can see there's a tzuk there. So if you go to Google Maps, this is Har Muntar. You can see in Google is nice enough to show you the elevation. You can throw the thing off the cliff, and this is the old city. So the guy had to walk quite a ways past Ma'ale Adumim is here, quite a ways through Abu Dis, across through Kedar from Gush Etzion. It's really not Gush Etzion, but it's Kedar. Okay, all the way to here, and then he would push it up the cliff. According to one opinion, it was about that distance, a very far distance. So as we're going to see, they had sukkot on the way, they had huts on the way, in order to give him rest stops, which he never actually used. We'll stop here. As always, we'll dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Halman. Have a good day.